You're listening to 5 Minute Feng Shui, podcast episode 203, 2023 Good Fortune Energies. Welcome to the 5 Minute Feng Shui podcast, where each week I talk about how to move energy and make money. You'll learn how to create a prosperous home and an abundant life using classical Chinese Feng Shui. I'm your host, Katie Weber, publisher of the Red Lotus Letter, Feng Shui Easing for Wealth. Each week, I'll cover Feng Shui topics that can help you improve your life, share inspiring stories, and always end with 3 easy-to-implement Feng Shui tips that you can put to work right away, and usually in about 5 minutes. Now let's get started on the 5 minutes that could change your life. Hello, my Feng Shui friend. Gosh, we are in the middle of December. Can you believe it? Such a buzzy time right now. All the shopping and planning and the new year on the horizon. I am excited about it. I am really happy about the year of the rabbit coming in. If you can't tell already, and hopefully you can, and that you are excited too, because this is going to bring lots of good stuff for all of us. And you know what? It's nice to tell you that. I love being able to say, we're just going to run around sprinkling rose petals and glitter everywhere, because this is the kind of year that, is a nice, lovely change from the last few years. And especially this past year, it's been one of those times that, it's nice to be able to, close the door on 2022 as we start looking toward 2023. Now, we do have Mercury retrograde is coming in on the 29th of December, and it will last until January 18th. So that means we're likely to have some things come up from earlier in the year, because we had started 2022 with Mercury retrograde. So chances are you might see some people come back into your life that maybe were around last year. Circumstances may come up again that were like last year. And you may find that because we have a new moon on the 23rd of December in Capricorn, which is sort of the the accountant of the astrology world. It looks at, have you done all the right things? Did you do everything? Have you put money in your savings account? Are you budgeting? This is usually the whole resolutions and goals oriented, get down there, make a budget, start clipping coupons. And that's coming up on the 23rd. So you might find that Christmas isn't quite as bubbly, but that it's more reflective, because this Capricorn new moon will make you take stock. It'll make you take account. And I actually kind of like it. I think that's a good thing. Taking stock is always a good idea. Counting your blessings, looking back at what you've accomplished, and thinking about, how could I do it better? What could I improve on in the coming year? And being thoughtful about that as you go into January 1. Now, we've got a whole new, beautiful, sparkling set of energies coming in with the Year of the Rabbit that are really lovely, and I know you're going to be so happy to see them, just as I am. And this week, we're talking about all the good fortune energies. Last week was about the difficult ones, the troublesome, difficult, and just the pains, to deal with, I was going to say, PETA, and not, I don't mean PETA, people for the ethical treatment of animals. I mean, pain in the, arsenal. Anyhow, that kind of pain that I'm talking about. But, the thing is, I'm a big believer in, be prepared, have that spare tire in your trunk. Make sure that, you watch the gas tank gauge on your car. I've never run out of gas, never will, because I prepare, I think in advance. And that's what I want you to think about, because sometimes just being aware of what might be coming or what is a possibility is enough to raise an awareness and an energy in yourself that you're like, you're not going to get blindsided by it. And that's one of the reasons why I talk about those afflictions. I don't want you to be surprised by anything negative. No, that's not to say that, asteroids won't hit the earth or things won't happen, because they will. Kids fall and chip a tooth, you will stumble and twist your ankle. Things will happen, it's just one of those things. But what we're really trying to prevent is anything really super serious or really major. And that's why I tell you about those afflictions, because I don't want you having to deal with that kind of stuff. So let's talk about some of the good things that are coming up. And one of the good things is, in fact, on my private Facebook group, we have a member who has had problems with her daughter and her relationship with her daughter. And that was one of her motivations for joining the group, was to, work on that relationship. And what's interesting is, things weren't going so great early in the year. And it's interesting, as she's worked on her feng shui, there's been a shift. And it's remarkable how we can see how building chi, there's the saying, Westerners build muscle and Easterners build chi. And that building chi in your home and in your life makes a difference, a big difference. And you can swing that pendulum that sometimes seems immovable, especially in relationships or in areas of your life where you feel like you're just not making progress. And this is why, if you work on your feng shui in your home and you keep at it, you can start moving some energy. I really am a huge fan and a total believer, and know how concentrated effort and your focus towards something good and change and that's positive can move this, sometimes those fine energies that seem like they've just been stuck in your life. And that's what I think is wonderful about feng shui. It gives you another tool to work with. So once you've done everything you can do and you've worked on other areas in your life, then your home can be put to work for you. And that's what I love about feng shui. So let's talk about the energies that are coming in 2023, in the year of the rabbit, because this is just a brand new year that is going to come in with some gentleness, a very far cry from the tiger year. Fire. The tiger year comes in not with fire, but with big water energy, like a tsunami. This is going to be a lovely trickling brook that you just want to sit down and have a picnic next to. Yeah, go plan a picnic too while you're at it for the year of the rabbit. I think this is the type of gentleness we've been looking for, and only a rabbit can offer it. And it's going to be a sweet exhale. And I want you to think about next year as being that time, like when you come home after work or when your day is done and you can sit down and you just, you kick off your shoes and you just exhale and you just relax and melt into your chair. It's going to be that kind of year. Now let's talk about the rabbit, because it's often associated with the moon. It is associated as a sign with the moon. And many times, people will say about the rabbit in the moon, and certainly in Chinese lore, there is lots of lore around the rabbit in the moon, because when you look at the moon, especially when it's full, it looks like the outline of a rabbit. Now, the tiger that precedes the rabbit is a sign for the month of February, and the rabbit is the sign associated with the month of March, and also the Pisces zodiac sign. So it's interesting. I have a friend who's also a rabbit and a Pisces, so she's like a double rabbit, and smart as a whip. This woman, smart, and sweet, absolutely wonderful. Now, rabbits are notoriously calm. They have a pleasant, easygoing disposition. They are extremely quick-witted, though, so don't ever think you can pull it over on a rabbit. I love it. We love to watch The Hobbit in our household, and one of the things I loved are all the wizards, and I like I can't remember him. He's the wizard, the brown, and he has these rabbits, and Gandalf is telling him that these whatever, these wolves or whatever orcs are going to come after him. And he said, I'd like to see them. He said, they're going to get you. And he goes, I'd like to see them try, because these are Rastavel rabbits or something, and these rabbits move quick. And that is what rabbits can do. They are very cunning and very clever. So don't think that, you are going to be smarter just because the bunny is fluffy and that they're just out there munching their grass. They're very attuned. They're very smart, and they have the power to be able to get out of difficult situations skillfully, unlike almost any other sign. And they're also great at keeping secrets. Now, we've got a 4-star that's moving into the center sector, which is a wonderful star, and that brings that peach blossom animal, that rabbit's one of the 4 zodiac signs that is called the peach blossom animal, and that is going to bring this beautiful loving energy that's going to be so complementary with the 4-star, which is just like spring petals, if you can think of like peach blossoms and beautiful flowering branches when you see in the springtime, and little lovely flowers popping up from the snow. That is the 4-star to a T. So this is a perfect time to be thinking about what it is that you love. And if you don't love something, and I don't care if it's a dish that you have in your pantry or in your kitchen, or if it's an old shirt in your closet, whatever isn't lovely and doesn't make you, I'm going to say Marie Kondo, spark with joy. If you don't have a spark of joy, this is the year to get rid of it and get something that does spark with joy and fills you with joy. Now let's talk about if you have a green thumb. And even if you don't, this is a time that I want you to be thinking about landscaping. Hire a landscaper and get landscaping plans done for you. I will tell you what a difference it makes when you make a landscaping plan. You will be so much happier when you do landscaping according to a plan than you will just kind of haphazardly sticking things somewhere. It makes all the difference in the world. Look at how you can improve your home's landscaping. And maybe even if you're in an apartment, you don't have landscaping, but you can put plants in your home, and you can do there's some great Pinterest posts about verandas and balconies that are just these little verdant areas that offer this green respite from those 4 walls. Just any little bit that you can do to add some landscaping is a great thing to do with the year of the rabbit. Now let's talk about the rabbit sign. The rabbit and the signs of sheep and boar, which are the rabbit zodiac friends, will also get a helping hand from the rabbit this year. Now, the sign that's opposing the rabbit is the rooster. That's the rabbit's energy, is the rooster. And this is the sign that is going to be opposing the Grand Duke Jupiter, which is an energy that will make you kind of feel like, especially if you're a rabbit or a rooster, like you're running up against a brick wall. And for roosters, it's really important that you carry a piyao, which is it's a dragon type charm, and you can find them online, or you can carry an actual dragon charm, and this will help to appease the Grand Duke Jupiter. And we also want to make sure that we don't sit or look directly east between the degrees of 82.5 to 97.5. Now let's dive in and start talking about those fabulous energies that are coming. I want you to pay close attention to those energies that I'm talking about that fall at your front door, your bedroom, or your home office, because these are going to impact you the most. And it's also important to look at who occupies these sectors wherever they're falling. So when we're talking about the center sector, who sits in the center sector the most? Or if we talk about the north, who's sitting in the north? Who's sleeping in that corner? If you've got children or you've got pets, so important just to know who's there, because it's going to affect them. So you might see a child that does really, really well at school if he spends time studying in the center sector. So look at these sectors and who's in them and what's in them to understand how they're going to affect you the most. Now, first up is the White One Victory Star. This moves to the southwest matriarch and marriage sector. This is a very favorable star, and it is the winning star. It's a champion star. It means that you can overcome something. I'm very excited about this star because my own mother has had a health issue for some time, and I'm hoping that this is going to be an energy that will help her overcome this particular health malady that she's been dealing with the last couple of years. And in fact, I took her to a doctor's appointment yesterday. I really like this doctor, and he offered her some ideas and suggestions that I am very hopeful about. So I'm excited. Now, how does this relate to you? If you have a southwest door, if you are sleeping in the southwest, or your office or your bedroom is there, this is going to be a year that you're going to love because it's going to offer opportunity to you for generating income, for making a change, a transition. It relates to income. It relates to the ability to triumph over the competition. If this is a strong sector for you, this is a great way to see you rise in prominence and enjoy greater success. And you're going to want to spend time in this corner. If this corner is an important room in your house, like a bedroom or a home office, make sure that you enter some competitions, maybe enter drawings or buy a lottery ticket or two. It never hurts, right? Its positives, the 1-star, include opportunity for making more money, rising in prominence. It's also a fortune star that brings new things that will also help you triumph over others. So like, for instance, if you're looking for a job and you put your name in the running for maybe a promotion or for a new raise or a new position, you will have a greater opportunity of beating out the competition if this happens to be your front door or your bedroom. Now, the 1-star is associated with the planet Jupiter, the great benefic. And like Jupiter, the 1-star expands. Wherever it touches, it expands. So for sheeps and for monkeys, these zodiac signs will see their life expand and change in a really dramatic way this year. Now, this is also, remember, the sector of women. So this is going to be a big benefit for women. So we might see women really moving ahead in the world this year, in politics and in positions of power. This is a year when transformation or triumph is yours, especially if this is your bedroom or front door. I'm excited about this 1-star. Really wonderful to see it coming. Now, the 4-star, we've talked a lot about that. This is the education and romance star. This flies to the center sector. This brings those loving feelings everywhere, and we love that. It's a beautiful blossoming effect. And this is a star that can use the center's earth energy to create that sort of rosy tinged lightness in your home. So if you felt like your house has been kind of heavy the last few years, and why wouldn't it be? We've had a pandemic, we've had a war, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And this is going to make it feel like, the white curtains are blowing with the breeze. It's going to feel like that because the 4-star represents small wood. And this is a nice, light, growing energy. It's sweet and tender, just like when you see those little plants, those little bedding plants at the nursery. You can't, I don't know, I can't look at them and not feel like, oh, look at those sweet plants. They're all blooming their little hearts out. It just makes you so happy whenever I see bedding plants at a nursery in the garden center. It's a great year for anybody that's going through, is an education, for writers, for authors, anyone taking tests. It's a great place for your kids to study. Now, this star is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the planet of travel, communications, and learning. So it's a great year to learn something, a great year to travel. It's going to bring romance and educational benefits to everybody because this center sector affects everyone in the household. But it's especially helpful for the oldest daughter, for dragons, and for snakes. So spend time as much as you can in the center. If you've got an open concept house, great. That's fantastic. If you've got that open floor plan, it's wonderful. It's also a great asset for anyone with a front door that opens in the center of the house. Like people with an L-shaped home, many times your door will open the center. This is going to be wonderful. Now, there's only one little fly in the ointment, and that is infidelity. So if there's a risk for that in your marriage, just be aware of that and keep your eyes open. And so keep that, just kind of file that away if that is a possibility, something just to be thinking about. Now let's talk about the 6 white blessings and windfall star. This flies to the west sector of children and descendants, and it's happy there. It's harmonized there, and it's going to do really well. Now, this is one of the most favored and highly regarded of the stars. It has a beautiful energy that bestows favor, brings achievements, brings you power, influence, and authority, and those who have power, influence, and authority to you, to help you, to bring you that hand up, that leg up. It can bring windfalls, favors, and opportunities to just come to, like pearls at your feet. So this year, the sixth star lands in the west sector of children. So think of the sixth star as this kind of assistance, the kind that comes from heaven. It's a star that can bring you windfalls, good fortune, and speculation, as well as networking benefits. So we really like that. It represents the rooster zodiac sign. So this year, roosters get that leg up. They can receive an unexpected inheritance, do well in the stock market, maybe get a big promotion or a job raise, something like that. This is also a really good star for travel and international opportunities. Like the 4-star, which also is about travel, the 6-star is about international opportunities. So children in your family might just see opportunities to get out and in a bigger way, out into the world. Now, this is the star of a male presence or someone who has that capacity to lift you up, mentor you, or to open those doors that were previously closed to you. So think if you have someone with prestige and power, bestowing good fortune by taking notice of you or giving you a helping hand or bringing those opportunities that come from important introductions. And you're going to want to activate the west corner because it's going to help your kids. And if you have a front door here or your bedroom is here, you're going to see all of a sudden things are going to be opening up and things are going to start moving really quickly for you in the coming year. And that's if you have felt like you've been kind of stuck and things haven't been moving very quickly, well, that's all about the change. Very excited about that, and I think you're going to love that 6-star. Now let's talk about the 8th wealth and prosperity star because it's moving to the south sector of recognition, status, and success and material rewards. Now, we love that because the 8th star is the money star and it's an earth star, but it is going to be moving into a fire location of the south. And that gets it jazzed. It loves that fire energy. So this is a blessing if you have a strong south corner. If you have a room that you spend lots of time in, if this is your bedroom, this is your front door, this is going to be a great year for you. Opportunity is coming. Money is coming. Everyone is anxious to activate this star because it's the star of wealth. And that brings opportunities for financial gain, good fortune, and it makes this the most fortunate corner of your house this year. This is the star that's ruled by planet Saturn and all of its benevolent qualities, also ruled by the sun. The planet Saturn is often called the taskmaster or teacher planet, but it's also the planet of reward because whenever you work hard at something, Saturn pays off. The sun also confers power and position, prestige and recognition, and the qualities of both the sun and Saturn represent the rewards brought to you by the 8th star. Now, if you have happen to be a horse and you have had a tough year or you feel like you've been on the go, this is when all of the ka-ching happens. So horse, I am happy to say new opportunities and income are going to be a year that you are going to love because the rabbit is going to be good to you this year. So wherever this 8-star flies in your house, though, make sure that you activate that corner of your house. Spend time here because this is going to bring some wonderful energies in 2023. Spend lots of time here. This is the great area to be renovating, to be spending time in, having parties in. Make sure that you activate it this year because this is the year that it's going to really be positioned well for making more money, more success, and bringing those material rewards like a new car, big fancy vacations, maybe a second home, a vacation home, something like that. So you're going to want to make sure that you find the south corner of your home or living room and activate the heck out of it. Of course, that's all in my success pack. I talk all about exactly how to do it and exactly what you need to know to make the most of the year's energies. Now, before we wrap up, I have to talk about the 9 purple magnifying star because it flies to the north corner of opportunity, income, and transformation. This is a water meets fire energy, and water and fire make steam, and that can move a locomotive. So it's not such a bad thing when you have a fire element in a water location. That means that the 9 star is going to give you energy, but the water's going to kind of keep it in control, because sometimes the 9 star can have a negative energy when an affliction, a monthly affliction flies in. So this is actually a really nice combination. Not only that, but it makes what is called a sum of 10. This energy being in the 9 purple, being in the 1 star or the north corner location, means that there's going to be some kind of completion. Something's going to come and just put a red bow or a white bow on something in your life, especially if you have a north bedroom, a north-facing house, or you're a rat. The 9 star is one of future prosperity, and coming to the north will bring success on the job through connections, good reputation, and the ability to promote yourself. Now, this star is ruled by Mercury and the moon, and in the year of the rabbit, the rat zodiac sign will see their world expand, because the 9 star expands things. There's going to be growth and enlargement in your life because the 9 star magnifies and multiplies. The 9 is a developing energy for the new period of what we're going to have next year in 2024. So its energy is growing stronger, luckier, and more fortunate as we move toward 2024. So this is a very fortunate star to have in your north corner this year. Now, hailing from the south sector, this year, those with the north-facing house or a bedroom location will have an active social calendar. Maybe you'll see opportunities that you haven't had before. It will bring you praise, and you will see your star rise this year if you have a bedroom or a front door in this location. You may find that opportunities will happen this year that will blossom into bigger financial gains in the years to come. You'll also have more opportunity to get out and socialize and entertain. It's all good stuff. I really love it. Now, just make sure that if you have any good fortune stars at your front door, your bedroom, your home office, your living room, that you make the most of those energies. Spend time there. Activate it. Of course, I always talk about all of this, how to do it, how to manage the afflictions, and how to activate to add those perfect touches to these corners that are going to help make these stars open up and just blossom and bring opportunities to you. You can get all of that in my Year of the Rabbit Feng Shui Success Pack. You can find out more at redlotusletter.com/water rabbit, all one word. In the meantime, I am wrapping and working on getting all those presents ready for Christmas Day. I hope that you are having a wonderful holiday season where you are, if you celebrate the holidays of Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Christmas, or just celebrate that you're here and that we are wrapping up 2022, and we have so much to look forward to. I think that's worth buying a present for, just for that. And hopefully your present's the success pack. I hope you'll buy that, because I've got lots of great news for you in 2023. All right. Well, listen, have a great week, and I'll talk to you on the next episode of 5-Minute Feng Shui. Thanks for listening today to 5-Minute Feng Shui. I am here to tell you one last bit of good news, and that is 2023 is coming, and in it is a beautiful fluffy bunny, and he is bringing all kinds of wonderful, beautiful things. I can't wait for the Year of the Rabbit to come in. We've got a lot of wonderful energy, especially for women, for love, for romance, and success this year. Find out exactly what the Year of the Rabbit means for you, for your house, for your zodiac sign by checking out my Year of the Rabbit Feng Shui Forecast and Success Pack at redlotusletter.com/water rabbit. That's redlotusletter.com/water rabbit.